What is up YouTube, my name is James. I'm bringing you guys a brand new video here today, and so today I'm showing you guys how to edit urban style portraits. Now, I'm chilling in my bed right now, I'm not doing it on the chair this time, I was a little, let's say a little comfy, whatever. But anyway, in this video I'm going to be going through two photos of my friend Bleda in Chinatown. One more like dark, grainy kind of feel, and the other one's to be more open, really with the street view, and you can really like it's very open. I really like the composition of it. But both photos are very similarly edited color wise, so you're gonna see some similarities between the two, but mostly it's how to really get that contrast and work the tone curve to make these photos really get that urban look to it. This was requested by some people in the comments in my last videos, as well as the photo that I featured in this video on Instagram. I posted on Instagram. Some people commented on it, saying they wanted the tutorial, so here I am. But anyway guys, let's get straight into this, no further delays. I'm sorry I've been gone for like a week. I'm really sorry. I've been really busy with college. I'm trying to get some shit more, so I'm trying to get some more videos done like ASAP, because I'm going to Boston this weekend. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That's it guys, my name's James. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Okay guys, so here are the two photos we're editing into today's video. This is the first one with my friend Bleda in it. We're in Chinatown here, and he's just sitting on this like little pole here next to the fire hydrant, just chilling, and you got all this nice backgrounds, all the signs in Chinese, and the street looks really cool. You get that truck in the background, a man walking on the street. The sky's pretty bright. The all the fucking like shadows and shit are really like just like clean and nice looking. None of them are like super harsh or in bad places. And I'm trying to get better at cursing, so bear with me. Trying to not curse as much, rather. But anyway, the next photo here. We got Bleda again. He's like standing in this doorway, kind of like almost like fixing his shirt, like looking over, and he's got some things in his pockets. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of wish he didn't have anything in his pockets, but maybe it adds character. I don't know, but anyway, I still think the photo came out really well, and so let's go straight in and start editing these guys. They're both relatively similar edits. I'm going to be going through the first one pretty slowly, and then the second one I'm going to kind of go through it more quickly and only try to explain the things that were really different from that one, the first one. So this one here, my plan is to go for this like greenish red tones, and to keep it like kind of bright still, but still kind of like just like clean and moody, I guess you could say. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our temperature a lot cooler. We're going to bring it around right here-ish to around 4,300, like 35 right there. That's good enough. The tint's going to be more green. We're going to bring it to around a negative 31, 32. Next, we're going to bring up the contrast around plus 49. Really boost that contrast. Makes it look a lot better. Not touching the exposure at all. Exposure will stay the whole tutorial. Highlights all the way lowered, so you can get more detail out of the sky here, and all that. Next, the shadows, we're going to pump up to about a 42. Really get some more detail out of everything that's super dark around here, because when we crush it in the tone curve, we're going to need that detail back still. Next is the whites. We're going to bring that to around plus 17, and the blacks will be at around negative 6. Next, the clarity, we're going to bring it to around negative 11. I like negative clarity a lot. I don't know, I think it just makes the photo more cleaner and such. The vibrance and the saturation will stay the same. Next is the tone curve. So the tone curve will look pretty much like this. It's going to be pretty easygoing tone curve, nothing too harsh really. We're going to bring this little point like right here. Bring this point about right here. And this point about right here. So we're pretty much bringing up the fade, crushing the shadows, and we're bringing up the highlights right here. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to our HSL, our hue, saturation, luminance. Make the yellows a little bit more orange. And next we'll bring our greens, aquas, blues, and magentas. Purples and magentas, not blue. To around a negative 60. Desaturation, bring the blue back to a negative 20, like so. We don't want to lose that much blue because there's a lot of blue in the photo. We don't want it to be too desaturated. Next, for luminances, we're going to bring those to all around plus 35. Just like so. And then our blues will be around the plus 10, and we'll leave the purples and magentas alone. The next thing we have is our split toning. So this is where the tones of the picture get decided here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the highlights this bluish color at around a 19 saturation. So we're going to go about right here, so just like that. That's exactly where I want it to be. Some nice blue tones. And next, the shadows will be like a yellowish green with not so high of a saturation. So around here, just like that. That's where we want it to be. I didn't add any vignetting or grain or do any camera calibration in this photo. Honestly, I didn't even touch the cropping. I think it's good the way it is. But now we have to go to the brushes because I did do a little bit of brushing. We're going to go right in his face right here. And we're going to make it around a plus 0.41 exposure because I really think that his face should be a little more brighter. And next what we're going to do is we're going to edit the whole street here. Because the street is a little bit blue. A little bit blue for my taste. So we're going to do all of this just like so. Make the brush a little smaller to get in this little corner here. Just like that. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to make our temperature at around 60. We're going to make our tint at around 6. Our contrast at around 28. We're going to make our highlights at around 46. We're going to bump the shadows down to around negative 14. And our clarity will be boosted to around 19. And now we have more of a yellow photo, and there's a little more detail out of the street. It looks nicer, and I think that's really, really nice. So that is our finished photo right there. That is what it will look like. I think it's a pretty dope edit. It's warm tones, and it's just very like, I don't know, it's intimate. It's more intimate than it lets on, and I think that it's really, really cool. So this next edit here is right here, and now this one has very similar edit, just some few minor differences here and there. So we're gonna again bump our contrast around plus 35. Before we do that though, we have a little bit more we have white balance stuff to do. Forgot about that. Real quick, to our 4260, that's good enough, and then our negative 29 tint. Just like so. Now the highlights, instead of decreasing them, we're going to keep it increased actually for this photo because there's no sky involved. The shadows will be bumped down to around negative 12. Our whites and blacks all around like plus 20-ish, like just like that. And as for our clarity, to a negative 13, I like my reduced clarity. It just makes the picture more smoother in my opinion. And the vibrance down to around negative 15 or so. And the saturation around plus 1. Like that. Next is our tone curve. Now this is even less of a harsh tone curve than the first picture. We're going to bring the first point at around right there. Our second point right there. So the second one will be right there. And our fourth about right there. So as you can see, the fade and then the kind of even tone curve and then the highlights boost a little bit up at the top really creates that like separation of like darks and light color, like dark light and light, I guess you could say, and just really good contrast and all that. I think it looks really good. Next is our HSL, and the HSL will literally be nearly identical. Again, yellow's more orange, just like that. And our saturations will be at around right here for every single color. And as for our luminances, we're going to boost up our yellows and oranges. Oranges are around plus 17. Our yellows at around plus 25. Our greens will keep alone, and then everything else will be around plus 27. So just like that. Now I'm aware these colors really aren't in the photo, but whatever they are, I just want them there because I know that looks good. Next is our highlights and shadows. The highlights and shadows are going to be very, very similar to the last one. Except for this one, it's going to be a little bit less blue for the highlights, but around the same I think the same exact saturation. And as for the shadows, it's going to be the same exact saturation, just a little bit more green, I believe. So we're going to make it around right here, and then just like that. And now it's more green. And now what we can do is go to our vignetting and vignette that shit a little bit to around like a -12 or so. And then what I did very different in this photo from the last one is I actually added grain. I added grain in this photo because I feel like it looks just really, really good. So the grain's around 62, and I just like the grain. It gives it just this like old vintage look. And the tones and everything about it is just like, it just makes it look very, very good in my opinion. But real quick, we're going to go to our brushes, and we're going to go brush them up real quick. Again, the face, we're going to brush his face real quick. Just make it a little bit warmer to around like a 14 or 15 or so. That looks good enough. And next, we're going to edit his pants just to make them more like white, I guess. So just like so, like that. And then I want to just go real quick and just erase everything else that I might have gotten. Just like so. And then we'll do the settings. We're going to make the pants at around a 22 temperature. Make it a bit warmer. Get more yellows out of it. We're going to make the a -0.38 exposure. And then a -28 saturation. That's just like, you know, make them a bit darker. Because actually, sorry, they were actually bright. I misspoke. I meant to say they're a little too bright and a little bit too, just like, I wanted them to be a little darker and a little bit less saturated. But anyway, that's the photo here. I think this photo came out, like, I like this photo better. But I feel like this edit is just like, it's better overall for this kind of video. It's an edit that can be applied to more photos easily more than this one, because this one's more of a specific edit because the lighting conditions and the colors are more unique than this one. So that's why I did this one first. But anyway, guys, that's the photos right here, guys. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next video. I'm sorry I was gone for a week, but like, you know, I'm back now. Logic, fucking sponsor me, bro. Hire me. College has just been so busy, and I'm trying to pump out more videos. I'm gonna try to also make a new one tonight as well, and then try to make a new one Wednesday or Thursday, so that I can really just be ahead of my game, because I'm gonna be away this weekend in Boston. So I want to just get ahead of my game and keep posting at least 2 to 3 times a week, because I just want to help you guys out and make you guys the best you can be. And I really enjoy making these tutorials and growing on YouTube, and it's a lot of fun. So, and again, thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. We're already at 5,500. Before I know it, I feel like I'm gonna be at 10K. So it's awesome. And also thanks for the support on Instagram. I love you guys' interactions and stuff like that. It's awesome. But anyway, guys, that's been it. My name's James. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is the center that's getting on the linoleum floor. This is the center of quarantine wings in a hospital. It's not so pleasant and it's not so pleasant.
Oh! Finally!
Wait, time out. No one jumped out. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh! There it is.
So, Logic followed me on Instagram apparently. That's kind of interesting.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that would have been crazy. Out here catching bangers. I hate myself. Like I do. I actually hate myself.
I hate you too.
Thanks.